Can't turn the ball over. That's been the problem twice thus far. They give it to the fullback, and Janovich's first carry in the National Football League is a touchdown. To allow them to kick the field goal. So the ball now first and 10 at the 25. Little dump off. C.J. Anderson. He's inside the 10. He goes to the end zone. C.J. Anderson.
For a gain of 34. Murray has it. Latavius Murray bouncing into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders.
On the screen, you know they're in man-to-man defense.
A 6'4" receiver. Handoff. Jameis Olalali. Touchdown Raiders. Jalen Richard. He's loose. Jalen Richard. It's going to be a touchdown Raiders. 75 yards.
On second and goal. Stay on the ground. It's all there for him. It's Anderson to the end zone. 3rd and 15. And it's intercepted by Talib. Sidesteps one tackle and down the sideline he goes. It's Talib for his 9th career return touchdown. And again, no timeouts. 151. Gotta go 75 yards. Here comes Miller. The ball comes out. It's scooped up by Ray, and the Broncos put it away.
What's up? 1st and goal. Murray. Touchdown.
Latavius Murray has a hole up the middle, slips a tackle, and takes it in. Touchdown Raiders. A 22-yard touchdown run for Latavius Murray.
Jalen Marshall from the 4. Right up the middle. Lost the football. Picked off by the Chiefs. This is Demetrius Harris for the touchdown. Pushing through. Pushing through. That pass intercepted again. Derek Johnson. Johnson up the sideline. Now to the middle. To the 10, to the 5, touchdown!
And louder. 3rd down and 12. Breeze over the middle. It is deflected and then picked off by Daniel Sorensen. Sorensen takes it all the way for a Chiefs touchdown. There is a flag. Roberts, he's got it. It's still on his feet. Roberts, ball game. Raiders win. A 41-yard touchdown.
Or pop over the middle, intercepted. Bradley Roby down the sideline. Touchdown.
They got beat up tonight, Al. I don't know how to say it. It's just old-fashioned football.
1st and 15, and this is Bibbs. And Bibbs has it into Oakland territory. Bibbs getting a block from Sanders, or at least a cutoff, inside the 15, the 10, and Bibbs goes all the way. Touchdown. Capri Bibbs.
Leading the division, 3rd and 6. Rush is coming. Off his back foot, it's intercepted. Eric Berry has got it for Kansas City. Berry with a spin move, and he's still going. Berry reverses. Eric Berry's got some blockers. Berry looking for the angle, and he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. What an effort by Berry. They need 44 yards to get within Gano's range. They get some of it there. Kelvin Benjamin. But remember, no timeouts. Oh, he lost the football. Marcus Peters has it. What a turn of events here in Charlotte.
Rookie kicker.
And it's blocked. Simmons blocked it. Running back with it is Parks. Down the sideline. Parks takes it all the way back. And Denver takes the lead at 25-23. Unbelievable.
After 218 in their last game against Denver when that offensive line mauled the Broncos. They haven't been able to do that to this sturdy Texan bunch. Long pass to the fullback. Jameis Olawale in the clear. Touchdown, Oakland.
2nd and 5.
Raiders using no timeouts have really changed the situation here.
Intercepted. Back for the touchdown.
Forever on the bench.
So after the safety, Broncos with the free kick, and Riley Dixon, the punter, will do it. He kicks it 65 yards, and Tyreek Hill will get room to run. And look out for Hill in the open field. He's got an angle. Hill's going to take this all the way. Defense, special teams, Kansas City with a big stretch to take the lead. 3 no timeouts for Kansas City. Pressure, Smith against the blitz. Inside, it is caught by Hill. Just shy. He's just shy. The clock is running. Kansas City's got to get up and get the ball. Everybody thought it was a touchdown.
Justin Colquitt's kick.
Well, I think this is the right decision.
Oh,
They're
there's
going for the fake.
And right up the middle. Albert Wilson. Wilson to the 10, the 5, touchdown.
What a gutsy call.
Ryan throwing, intercepted, picked off. This is Berry, and Eric Berry going the other way, and nobody's going to catch him. Two on the board for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Appeared to have turned a corner, but 6 straight losses, find themselves at 2-9. Big 3rd and 4 here. Bortles pass is intercepted. It's picked off by Roby, and no one's going to catch him.
Hill is angled to the other sideline, and this time King punts it away from that spot, but right down the middle of the field. And Hill is off to the races, and he is going to go all the way. Tyreek Hill, do not see a flag. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Threats to go to the Super Bowl.
The rookie. Look at him go! Washington for the touchdown. His first NFL touchdown from 22 yards out.
First down. Give.
Washington. He's got another one on the way to the end zone. Back-to-back possessions end with Washington scoring touchdowns. Another 22-yarder, same as the one before.
From the world headquarters of Pro Football Focus in Greater Cincinnati. Tyreek Hill to the outside. He goes down the sideline. Tyreek Hill out in front. Can they catch him? No, they cannot. He's done it again. 70 yards.
Fist up sign, and there you go.
From the 21 now. Handoff to West.
Wow.
And West breaks free into the end zone. He goes for a touchdown. Charkandrick West ripping through the New England D. And that's 535 yards tonight against Matt Patricia's defense.
It is not a defense right now, and that's the problem. They have a lot of different moving parts, and there's just confusion.
4-man pressure, Rivers looking deep, Benjamin in the end zone, touchdown Los Angeles.
That's the one thing this dude can do is flat run.
Cordero Patterson flanks Carr. He gets the call. Cordero Patterson It's a foot race. Patterson takes it all the way for the touchdown. Finishing running style will wear out a defense as the game goes on. Pitch it. Richard. Jalen Richard busting to the clear. Richard high kicks it into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Richard with the rip.
Something that they worked on throughout the offseason, and it showed up today. Broncos come with a blitz. Quick throw. Pass on fourth down. Picked off. This is Talib. Still going. Looking for another pick six. Prescott in his way. Talib. He's going to go. No flags. Talib. Touchdown. The 10th of his career.
Kareem Hunt with 101 yards and more. And there he goes. Hold on to your hats. He's done it again. Long touchdown run. Kareem Hunt.
Austin Eckler breaks the tackle, gets a first down, still going. Austin Eckler at the 10-5. He'll score. Touchdown Chargers.
A receiver at the bottom 16. Here's Carr. Looking for a long ball, and that is Holton. He's got the catch, and he's got the touchdown. Snuck him in for the first time, and they go to him.
Rather than take a 4-point lead, that would have forced Kansas City to score a touchdown to win. Jamison Crowder, here come the laterals. Back to Cousins, he cannot catch it. It's on the ground. Picked up by Jordan Reed, now Thompson. Kansas City has it. This might be meaningful to some. Houston scores a touchdown.
So Leckler into punt. This will be his 4th of the night. Hill is back to accept it. 18-yard line. Avoids the first guy. Gets around the corner. Down the sideline he goes with blocking. Inside the 30, Tyreek Hill. Sooner or later, he'll pull this off.
You could throw to anybody on this play. He's one-on-one up top right here.
One more time to decide it. Carr on the run. Throws! And it is caught for the touchdown! Crabtree! Rondo to snap it to King. To Vecchio. It all rides on his left foot. And the kick is good! Raiders win it!
And back is Travis Benjamin. Low hang. Good bounce. And here comes Benjamin finding room up the middle and a sprint with a great block on the play by Onwenu. And there he goes for 6. Travis Benjamin.
Running play for Gordon. Trying to loop around. Finds an opening, and there goes Gordon. Down the sideline. Does Gordon have enough speed to take it all the way? Melvin Gordon. He's in. Touchdown Chargers. 87-yard rip.
He is relishing the opportunity. I'm going to stick with him. And he fumbles the football. Marcus Peters off and running toward the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
They said they check their egos at the door and are willing to listen.
Foles loses it, and it's scooped up by Marshall, who will take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
Alex needs to watch it.
There it is to Hill. The whole brigade around him. Hill gets around Scandrick. Look at Hill go! Impossible! Touchdown, Kansas City!
Sideline. Peterman rolling and throwing off the hands of DeMarco and intercepted. Patrick DeMarco couldn't hold it. Corey Toomer has it. And down the sideline, he tightropes. Corey Toomer. A huddle. Taylor hit, and the ball's out. That's a fumbled football, and the Chargers have it. Melvin Ingram. It's going to be a Charger touchdown.
Joey Bosa knocked it out.
5 minutes to play. Osweiler lofting it down the sideline to the end zone. Touchdown! Demaryius Thomas.
What an incredible catch, an incredible throw by the Broncos there. Dre Kirkpatrick was in perfect position as a defender.
Seriously.
Second and third all-time in the history of tight ends and receptions. These two guys, probably the last time they play against each other.
Inside 8 minutes. Prescott on the run. Flips it, and he's picked. Prescott trying to cut off the angle for King. King's got a blocker in front, Ingram, and he's going to take it the distance. Desmond King, 90 yards on the pick six.
Third down and 1. Shane Ray now goes in for Barrett. And on 3rd and 1, the short pass is going to be intercepted on the deflection. Justin Simmons, and he's going to run it in for the touchdown. No flags on the play.
There, you make sure you double those two. Make Carr throw it somewhere else.
Here comes Holly. He got it, Carr, but they've got Cook downfield. Touchdown! 29-yard touchdown pass.
Play action with C.J. Anderson, and Lynch gets sacked. Ball squirts out. Scramble for it. Chiefs come up with it. And it's going to be a scoop and a score. Ramik Wilson, touchdown KC.
30-yard penalty and a Sexton. It's to the 41st and 10. Gordon, slippery, bulldozing, fumbled, picked up by Allen. That is going to be 6. How about that? Some very interesting topics of talk around the league. Black Monday tomorrow. Carr.
Oh, he's got him.
Deep, he sure does. He's got Cooper. There he goes. This will be 6. Amari Cooper. They have 5 in their secondary, and that's what Rivers will look into and go.
Oh,
he's got Benjamin. There he goes. Another long touchdown pass. Travis Benjamin, 62 yards.
Will now come on at quarterback for Kansas City. 5th-year man out of Tennessee. And miscue on the handoff, and it's picked up by Zaire Anderson. And he'll score for Denver.
Drew Kaiser punting. The dangerous Tyreek Hill backpedaling. Handles the sun. Hill finds an opening. Tyreek Hill to the outside. Hill, blazing speed. Tyreek Hill, electrifying. Pat Mahomes spent 11 years pitching in the major leagues. Oh, the sling to Tyreek Hill, and look out. Tyreek Hill, game-breaking speed. Touchdown.
Lindsey going out as a receiver, and here he is. Lindsey down the sideline, gets inside the 10 and scores. There's the rookie, Philip Lindsay, coming right back for the Broncos. Second down and 5 on the 43 of Seattle. Play fake. Keenum, he's got time. Does he have a man? He's got him. And it's Emmanuel Sanders going to the sideline. Stays inbounds. Sanders with a tumble and
around the line of scrimmage. There he is. 1st and 10. It's Emmanuel Sanders with a lot of room to run. Sanders at the 20 with a blocker in front. Sanders to the house for a touchdown. 35 yards.
The motion man. Derek Watt in the backfield. Rivers. Deep shot from Rivers over the shoulder. Mike Williams, what a grab! Touchdown, Chargers! Marcus Peters is limping, and Williams is slow to get up. That was spectacular. 42 yards.
One takeaway on the year for the Raiders. Broken down at 8. As Mayfield throws and it's picked off out of deflection. Barry and Conley inside the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown. There it is. A takeaway by the secondary and a score.
Taking your body weight, pounding that guy into the turf. First and goal for the Niners. Beathard throws, deflected and picked off. It's Trevor Williams with blocking. Williams still in bounds and still going. Williams finally tackled inside the 5.
Third down and 1. Pitch to Freeman. Taking a long time to get there, and then he breaks free. Cuts back inside the 5 and drags a man for a touchdown.
Nathaniel was a ball boy and worked in the equipment room for the Chiefs. Here's a 1st and 10. Ford coming from behind again, and that led to an interception. It's Jordan Lucas. Lucas breaks a couple of tackles. What a run back. Finally, A.J. Cann ends it.
Rivers almost lost control. Instead recovers, gives it to Eckler, and Eckler's on the move. 20, 10, touchdown.
This one is batted into the air and picked off. Todd Davis leaps for the touchdown. Blitz coming. Pass is picked off. Harris. Chris Harris got a lane to the end zone for the touchdown. Second of the game for this Denver defense. On second down, it's Lindsey breaking tackles. First down and more. Into the end zone for the touchdown. Electric.
Dillon up in the backfield. Little shovel pass caught by Hunt. Broke a tackle of Roby. Hurdles him at the 5. Counted for a touchdown. Holy Toledo. 23-yard touchdown run.
Second and 10. Mahomes sets up the screen. Hunt. 30. 20. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Just enough. Watt is the fullback in the pitch on 1st and 10. Here comes Gordon. There goes a flag. Breaks the tackle of Thompson again to the pylon. Looking, touchdown. Blocked by Brown. Intercepted. Picked off. Desmond King to the house. A pick 6 thrown by Wilson.
Second down and 10. Showing blitz from the secondary, and here they come, and they get it out to Gordon, and Gordon breaks the tackle. He'll have a first down. He's got a head of steam, and Gordon is going to outrace everybody to the end zone for the touchdown. 66 yards.
Longest play of the day for Denver on a fake punt. First down, Philip Lindsay back in. Lindsay waits, great patience. Lindsay cutting to the outside. He's got blazing speed, and he's gone. Touchdown, Broncos. Tasmanian Devil running free for 41.
Mahomes winds it up, wide open as Hill. How quick was that? 73 yards. Wow.
With a block and a big hole. Melvin Gordon. He's going to go all the way into the end zone. It's a Charger touchdown. Got to be careful without a timeout. Rivers, end zone. Mike Williams, touchdown. Cardinals are saying no. The official says yes. And we'll have to watch where his feet were when he possessed the football.
He leads the league in yards.
Here we go.
Per catch, 19.7. Here's Lindsey, a wide open piece of real estate. Lindsey showing the wheels, and he will score.
Second down and 3 from the 10. Rivers fires and into traffic and deflected and caught by Allen for the touchdown. Oh, what a break. You got two Steelers right there, and the ball winds up in the hands of Allen. Hayden and Sean Davis were both there. Might have been a pick. The next thing you know, it's a touchdown. Two crazy touchdowns also for the Chargers as Berry skies one to the 29-yard line. You got Desmond King. Desmond King is into Pittsburgh territory. Desmond King inside the 20, the 10, all the way for the touchdown. Big hole here for Justin Jackson to the end zone. Touchdown. And the Chargers come off renegade. The crowd is going crazy.
Baltimore toned down the blitzing until they get it past the 40, 45-yard line.
Mahomes connects it. It's Robinson for the second straight.
Wadman on to punts away. So he drives it deep over the head of Harris. Let's see if they can pin it inside the 10. As good job by the coverage unit. Harris says, I'm going to play this because I can. And look at the return he gets. What a smart move by Harris as he gets free. How about it, Raider Nation?
Wow. Looks the other way, and it's intercepted. His receiver wasn't even looking, and this is Sorensen to the end zone.
Starting to come into form here just in the nick of time for the postseason. 1st and 30 after another holding penalty. As this pass by Keenum, you see what they say, that's a live football. Perhaps it's Kyle Emmanuel rumbling into the end zone for the Chargers touchdown.
Get him to go block somebody.
Damian Williams is a good story. They toss it back here to Hill. Around the corner he goes. Tyreek Hill to the end zone. Touchdown.
Football like that, it minimizes what New England can do on 3rd down.
Play action. Rivers steps up. Heaves it downfield. Wide open. That's a touchdown. Keenan Allen got behind everybody. And Rivers finds him from 43 yards out.
Provides such a weapon because he has so much range and where he can throw him the football. Quick look for Eckler. Eckler inside his blocks. 40, 35, still on his feet and gonna go the rest of the way.
Goal at the 7. Flacco into the end zone. Sanders is there. Touchdown, Denver.
Carr at his 40. After an 18-yard touchdown pass, it's an end around. It goes off to Trevor Davis with a blocker ahead. He's got Miller. He got a block from Waller, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown. 60-yard run in his Raider debut. Trevor Davis. First and 10. Oh, that's picked off. Here goes Harris, and there go the Colts. A pick 6 on the first interception of the season by the Oakland defense.
Understand their subtleness of what coach is teaching them, and it's going to play out that way as the season goes on.
Wadman. He hit the ground looking for a flag. There is none. Run back. And it's a good one by King. He broke one last year against Pittsburgh, and he's going to go the distance. Desmond King, however, a marker is down all the way back at the 40.
We approach 5 minutes to play in the 4th. Rivers will take a deep shot. Separation. Caught by Austin Eckler for the touchdown.
quick strike. L.A.
Carr, good protection, and he completes it. And staying at his feet is Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow all the way. 65 yards. His first NFL touchdown. They got to hurry. Carr just gets it off. Pressure coming from Merciless. Carr throws on the run. Wide open Williams. Williams at the 10. He'll walk it in. Touchdown Raiders. Welcome back, Tyrell Williams.
And today, 115 yards on 3 receptions and a 75-yard catch-and-run touchdown. 1st and 10. Lindsey, big block up front with blocking up ahead. Spencer the block, flag is thrown. He's in with a 30-yard sprint. But let's see what the flag is about.
Illegal use of hands. Hands to the face. Defense number 92.
Touchdown.
Penalties decline. Result of the play. Touchdown.
From his training with North Turner about throwing the football to create a lead and then winning the game running the ball.
On 1st down, here's another pick. And that's Harris again. Down the sideline, a flag is down in the middle of the field, and Harris is into the end zone.
Starting to figure out his system with each passing week. And here we go, the defense with the steal and the run back. It's Thornhill, the rookie, for his first NFL touchdown on the pick 6.
Davis walked off under his own power on 3rd down. Locke looking end zone for Sutton. And the diving attempt. Did he get it? Touchdown! What a catch! The first NFL touchdown for Drew Lock.
To play some good football to get a win down there in New Orleans.
Watson 1st and 10. Once again, he goes up the middle. That's dropped. That may be live, and it's picked up by Antachu. QT dropped the ball. He's still alive, breaking tackles with an entourage. Going the other way. Simmons with the block, and there he goes with the ball loose and picked up by Jackson on his homecoming.
He's on target with the ball right now. 3rd down and 10. Pressure coming in quickly, but the pass to Eckler. And here is Eckler. Eckler to midfield. And Eckler is going to score.
On this drive, 1st and 10. Lindsey like a rocket. Got a block from Patrick. There he goes. Breaking a tackle. Touchdown. Nicole Hardman gets a block from Sherman. Gets a block from Thompson. He's off to the races. Cuts inside. You can kiss him goodbye.
Has long to try to make a diving attempt at Mahomes, who tiptoes inside the 10. Still knocked out. Oh, what a run! Out of this world. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And that right there makes the quarterback have less time.
Slings it way down the field to Watkins. Sammy Watkins for the touchdown.
This is really going to be an incredible call because Tremaine Brock goes down. He falls down. Is it going to be on Brock or is it going to be on Watkins? Time.
Slings it way down the field to Watkins. Sammy Watkins for the touchdown.
Shut that play down. Obviously now 2nd and 6. Williams makes a cut and will roll into the end zone for the touchdown. No flags.
You got this 1st-round draft choice coming out of the backfield, and then you just saw Demarcus Robinson do his thing.
And a very good offensive line. 2nd down and 3. Big hole. Edwards-Helaire will take it to the end zone. What a debut for this guy. And he's over 100 yards. That's 102 yards on a 27-yard touchdown run.
Well done.
On first down to the end zone. Got a man open. Touchdown. Melvin Gordon out of the backfield made the catch for the touchdown.
Shermer want to call this with the young quarterback. I formation with Gordon, who has to bounce, and now this is the play they need. Gordon is going to get toward the end zone and in.
Oh, man.
He got a great block from Brett Rippon, the quarterback, and after bouncing it, Melvin Gordon has basically ended this ball game.
They approach 4 minutes to play in this opening quarter. 2nd and 9. Buccaneers driving again. Brady.
Intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And Davis is going to go all the way. Pick 6. Touchdown. Chargers.
They won with Peyton Manning. Here's the kickoff. After the 43-yard field goal, it'll be taken out by Byron Pringle. And he finds a seam. He breaks a tackle. The kicker to beat. Look at Pringle galloping free. He will go all the way. Unofficially 102 yards.
Herbert releases deep down the sideline. Guyton's got a step. There he goes. See you later as Guyton walks it in for a Chargers touchdown. A 70-yard strike from Herbert to Guyton.
This is Lindsey. And Lindsey finds running room. 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Denver Broncos.
And he will not return. 3rd down and 10. Chargers bring in 4. Picked up. Carr with time. Launches for Aguilar. Behind the D for the touchdown. The veteran Nelson Aguilar has it from 45. And the Raiders jump right back in front.
Frank Gore in the backfield as the Jets take over at the 4-yard line. A second look confirms the fumble and intercepted and touchdown. Tavon Campbell picks off Flacco's first pass attempt.
Final 5 seconds of the quarter. Will they get the playoff? Might be a free play here, and it is going to be caught. Aguilar in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Derek Nottie looked like he had come across the line. Play continued, and Aguilar makes the catch at the end of the quarter. 17-yard TD.
Jets coming. Carr puts some air under it. Wide open his legs for the touchdown. Miraculous. No, he didn't.
Rookie out of South Carolina. Good snap. Charlton gets it away. A high spiraling kick. Spencer from his own 18. Slips a tackle. He runs into his own man. Now Spencer the other way. And he's got blockers in front. Spencer at midfield. Down the sideline. And Deontay Spencer will go the distance. Touchdown, Denver. Hartsfield, an undrafted rookie, also on this defense. Pressure's coming. Locke taking a deep shot. Wide open is Hamler. And it's a touchdown. K.J. Hamler with his second NFL score.
Jacobs only 9 carries tonight for 53 yards. He's been productive when he's gotten it. Just not nearly as many times as he normally does. Carr pumps once, pumps again, extends the play. Derek Carr in that bad going, a lofted up for Aguilar, makes the adjustment and the move. The veteran Aguilar weaving his way. He will go. Touchdown Raiders. 85 yards of brilliance from Nelson Aguilar.
Likely to get a quick out here on the topside trips.
Carr looking for Waller in the end zone. Hand fighting all the way, and he hauls it in. Touchdown, Raiders.
What a great job by Darren Waller keeping the defender at bay. 3rd and long here. Got to snap some momentum back.
Raiders rush 2, and Judy with the catch on the run in the 30. And across midfield, a burst from Jerry Judy. And he will take it the distance. Touchdown, Denver, 92 yards.
What a great job. What a great play call.
2nd and 10.
Oh, look at Jim. They're going to hit the tight end finally, I think. Hit Kelsey almost.
Instead, across the middle to Hill. Don't even know how to bring him down. Look at him go. Oh, and Hill takes it to the 4. Almost got caught. I tell you, Jordan Poyer showed some speed. Now Hill is slow to get up.
Bridgewater keeps. Dancing in the backfield. Okwuegbunam's got it. Stays on his feet. Lunge for the pylon. Touchdown! Melvin Gordon looking for a big run. There goes Melvin Gordon. Turning on the afterburners, being chased. And all the way to the house. 70-yard touchdown.
Can't lose any yards here.
Gonna throw. Drake picked up the pressure. All alone is Zay Jones, and he will prance into the end zone for the touchdown and the victory in overtime for the Raiders. And this celebration is for real.
4 guys to try and get him down in the backfield.
3rd down and 10. Airing it out. Carr. It is caught. Henry Ruggs is gone. Touchdown, Raiders. Sprinter speed. Just throw it up there if you're Derek Carr and let Ruggs go and get it. 61 yards.
Coming into today, the Chargers led the NFL in drops with 11 drops, and that was really more of just a good defense.
He's got Williams deep on 3rd and 10. You can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, 72 yards. Wow.
Third and 6. Carr looking for Edwards. One-handed catch down the sideline. Edwards shoved out of bounds by Simmons. What a grab by Brian Edwards.
Wanted to get these receivers over the top of his defense.
9th play of the drive on 2nd down. Carr fires. Moreau. Touchdown. What a catch.
10 points, so get points, get the ball back. A lot has to happen. Herbert, end zone. Oh, what a grab! Touchdown, Josh Palmer. A fantastic catch for the rookie out of Tennessee.
Impressive. Bridgewater, Gregory coming on the rush. Block, going deep, gunning it deep for Patrick. He's got it for the touchdown. A 44-yard bomb to Tim Patrick.
They try and get some. Middle of the field is wide open. Herbert.
Picked off. Surtain up the sideline. Can he get there? Surtain to the end zone for the touchdown.
Look to the right side, the number of bodies for the Bengals.
Extra offensive lineman, Carman. Oh, Mixon coughs it up, and it's scooped up. Nobody is going to catch him. Tavon Campbell all the way. Touchdown, Chargers.
Can they keep the drive alive? Bridgewater under pressure. Headed as he throws. It's intercepted by Daniel Sorensen. And Bridgewater can't knock him down, and Sorensen's going to go all the way for a touchdown.
You saw it come to fruition right there on that play.
Herbert stops, launches deep. Jalen Guyton, he's got it! Touchdown Chargers! What a throw!
His 9th year in the NFL, savvy veteran, 3rd and 3. Herbert loads it up, separation, catch made, Mike Williams, touchdown, and there's the record for Justin Herbert.
So many young coaches learned from him, from Jim Johnson, and Spagnuolo was there.
Gordon breaks into the secondary. Melvin Gordon in a foot race. He'll win it. Denver back on top. 47 yards. Again, Kirk, 3 tight ends in. Use that formation a bit in this possession. Gordon could not have been and lost the ball. Gordon fumbles and it's picked up. Nick Bolton, the former Missouri Tiger, with a game-changing play. A scoop and score. Melvin Ingram knocked the ball loose from Melvin Gordon, and the Chiefs have the lead, and this crowd is stunned. Wow.
Not going for the first down as much as the field goal position.
One-man rush. Mahomes, he's going deep downfield, wide open. Kelsey's going to take it all the way. Touchdown.
Unless you have Patrick Mahomes playing quarterback.
Right, and Kelsey on the other side.
Down the middle. It's Hill in the open. Cuts it upfield. He might be gone. He is. Kansas City takes the lead with a minute to go.
Slater, another block. Here he goes. Whoa, caught. Touchdown. Carter. What a grab.
Nobody's there to slow him down. Picks up that momentum. Big guy to bring down.
Again, quick tempo. And picked off at the 1-yard line. That is Watson out in front. Snead to protect him as well. All the way for the touchdown. Unreal.
Gordon is now in. 1st and 10, Melvin Gordon. Oh, he fumbled again! He fumbled again! Robertson's got it! And he's got an entourage by midfield. Got a block by Hobbs. And there he goes! He's got 6! On the fumble by Gordon. His 4th of the season. Raiders have jumped on top.
Analytics says go for it. Raiders do. Play action. Carr airs it out down the middle for Adams. Got it. Inside the 10. Devontae, touchdown. What a play on 4th down.
Just picking up 5 or 6 yards, per play here. They've got to be able to get it down the field.
Hill's throwing, intercepted. Picked off in the middle of the field by Duron Harmon. Harmon up the sideline. Harmon is going to take it all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
That was a big interception now. Sets up Derek Carr on the 30-yard line.
Jenkins. 5. Jacobs breaking free, going to the end zone for the touchdown. Jacobs with running room right up the middle. Jacobs is on his way. The Raiders are going to win this game.
Not only on how to get the ball to him, but how having him on the field opens things up for the other players on the offense.
They barely get the snap off before the play clock expires. That popped up into the air and picked off by the Chargers. Coming back with the football is Bryce Callahan to the end zone for the touchdown. And there's a penalty marker down.
The good thing is that you have seen him in his past on 4th and long execute.
They need the 23 for a first down. Herbert with time. Now running out of time. Throws on the run. Down the sideline. Caught in the end zone. Keenan Allen for the touchdown. What a throw. What a catch.
Motion man Hinton. Fake it. Wilson. Intercepted. Picked off by Willie Gay. And Gay is going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Mac Hollins out on defense. He's all the way back. Stevenson
is anyone going to
is inside the 30, flips it back. Stanford band nowhere in sight.
Uh-oh.
It's picked off.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Unbelievable.
Oh, wow. Incredible. Chandler Jones takes it in and wins the game for the Raiders.
Good feeling with the whole offense, but I love how driven he is.
Eckler finding a seam, showing the wheels. To the 20, Eckler, house call. No flags, 72 yards for the Chargers.
Last season, early in the year, last time this defense has given up a 100-yard rusher. Pretty incredible.
Herbert, high pass. Did Williams make that catch? My goodness.
Hurts on a quarterback draw. Nowhere to go. The ball is loose. Sitting on the turf. It's picked up by Bolton. No one in front of him is going to score.
Jack Del Rio, year 4, came in with Ron Rivera. And this has been one of the top statistical defenses in the league. Wilson's going to take a shot.
Has his man. It's caught. Wide open. It's Mims. Touchdown. 60 yards from Wilson. Exquisite pass.
Wilson looking for a miracle. Going to gather. Unleashes towards the end zone. It is deflected in the air, and it's caught. Brandon Johnson. And Denver's prayer is answered.
For those referees, 2nd and 12. Herbert to the air, floats it up for Williams. A diving grab is made by Mike Williams. What a catch at the 39-yard line. 35-yard pickup and a first down.
And he could throw on the move. 49.
Double pass.
He's going to throw down the sideline. Williams wide open. Mike Williams with the catch, and he'll walk in for the touchdown.
First and 10. Play fake. Pressure's coming. Fields lost the football. Cooper scoops it up off to the races, and he will score. Benito knocked the ball out, and Cooper, Fields' former Ohio State teammate, takes it back.
Can't get a first down without a touchdown from the 11. Wilson, Sutton in the corner of the end zone. Cortland Sutton looking around.
You should be calling in his offseason if you're an owner for another team.
Andy Reid would love to see him get a second chance, though he'd hate to lose him. Here's Kelly. Kelly into the secondary. Kelly with a foot race. Kelly all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. Edwards couldn't catch up to him. 49-yard sprint.
So they could fit it over the cast and the wrap. Now gloveless. But he's got Eckler. And Eckler's got the sideline. And Eckler got a touchdown. Austin Eckler from 39 yards out.
his first receiving touchdown of the season. Goff started to his left, and he's picked. Intercepted by Marcus Peters. Able to stay in bounds. He's gone. I see no flags. Touchdown, Raiders.
Tua out to Hill, and that goes nowhere. Ball's loose. It is loose and picked up and lateraled. Brian Cook. Touchdown. Kansas City.
So with 3 and out from each side, Thomas Morstead has had in some ways his best year at 37 years old. Drives Darius Davis back, and a pretty good return. Goods turning to great. Darius Davis, he is gone. There are no flags on the field, and those are the first points on this Monday night. Touchdown for the rookie. 3rd down and 4. Herbert floats it. Allen, what a catch! How did he come down with that ball?
Last week in Miami, 10 of 11. It's a 1st and 10. Josh Jacobs. Oh, he's got the big hole. He's into the secondary. They can't get him. You can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown. Touchdown Raiders. 63 yards.
When he got the job of guys that had played for him and then started reaching out. Wilson, step, throw, lets it fly, caught, Cortland Sutton, touchdown, Denver. A flag down.
They can pick that up. That's going to be interference.
Sutton with another brilliant grab to put on the highlight reel.
Off the field, you have to make those plays.
Wilson has all day here. Now he's going to take a deep shot. Sutton in the end zone. And Cortland Sutton with a flag down makes the catch for a touchdown. Let's see if this stands. It looks like it will.
A good idea based on the coverage that he saw where he wanted to go with the ball and got it out quickly.
No huddle here. Stick. Looking. Look out from behind. And the ball is out. It's going to be ruled. It's alive and going to the end zone right now for what is ruled a touchdown is John Jenkins. So 2nd down and 13. Oh, baby. Unbelievable. Jack Jones. They do it again. I mean, there are bad dreams. And there are crazy bad dreams. And for the Chargers, it's been that kind of a night.
Look at this. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. It's picked up by the Raiders. And they have a touchdown with Nichols.
Little chip shot kick.
Mahomes throws, and he's picked off. And this one's going back for a touchdown.
You just want to play sound and with good technique.
On 3rd and goal, football comes loose. Kansas City has it with Edwards, and he's off and running. Edwards has a blocker, and he's going to take the rock all the way back for a Kansas City touchdown. 97 yards.
Can only feel the number of people out there being like, what's going on?
1st and goal. Mahomes flings it.
It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City!
And this was the Andy Reid special. This was the Andy Reid special we talked about. He was saving all day. He's going to fake a motion to go across. And at that moment, he turns and goes back. Hardman, who they didn't have, right? And they go get Hardman and bring him back. And the game-winning drive of Mahomes' career, he's been waiting for. He's won Super Bowls, but he's never had it in an overtime. He is the best. He is the standard. Your Michael Jordan wins it again.